The days that the rains came down. This is one of those days. Hello, lovely people. Well, it's already Wednesday before I've recorded anything, because it's busy. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope you're all well. Thank you for all the comments and the observations and the laughter at my little slip during the month-end podcast about dinosaurs. Oh, it's a miserable blinking day, absolutely teeming down with rain. Oh dear. Never mind, it could be snowing. I know some parts of the country have had a lot of snow and it's been a problem, so I hope that everyone's all right. There's been flooding and all sorts of horrible things. And of course in Australia there have been bushfires. Oh, we haven't been kind to the planet and it's telling us it's not happy about it, said she, sitting in her car. So how are we all? How's your week been? Himself had a birthday. And normally I would make sure I wasn't working on his birthday and we'd go out. I mean, being this time of year, quite often the weather isn't nice and there aren't many things open, but we go to the cinema, have a look at a film, go and have a nice dinner. Couldn't do that this year, so I gave him the best gift a wife could. I went out all day because I was working. So yes, he sort of had a conversation with him saying, should I take this offer? Or yeah, he said, you might as well, we're not doing anything. So we had some nice takeaway food, some nice Nepalese food, but that was about as exciting as it got. So it's one of many occasions to celebrate when we can do so safely outside. So I'm back at the crematorium in the rain, and today's customer hasn't died of COVID, which is unusual. It means they're very young. Well, no, it doesn't mean that, but they happen to be very young, which is not good. So won't be an easy one. And this is when the restrictions kind of hit home. We're still in a situation where you can have 30 people at a funeral, but this is a young man, so you would have a lot more than 30 here if allowed. So that's the situation we're in. Well, I'm going to do some crochet. I'm here nice and early. It's about 3/4 of an hour before my ceremony begins, so it's probably about 20 minutes before anyone turns up that I need to speak to, and I'll go and check music at that point and that sort of thing. So I'm going to do a bit of crochet and listen to the rain. Cheers everyone, take care. Another day, another car park, more rain. What fun. Oh, dropping my phone. It's Thursday. That's about all I've got to say about it, really. We're plodding on, talking with funeral directors. We kind of agree with the government on this one subject only, that we seem to be past the worst of it. It's still busy, but the dreading the phone part of it seems to have passed. So hopefully that means that the last of the gatherings, the results of the gatherings at Christmas and New Year have kind of gone through the system, and the effectiveness of the vaccination is starting to kick in, and the fact that people are kind of locking down again following the beginning of the new year. So hopefully it's working. I say hopefully it's working because whatever it is that's keeping the numbers down or making them drop, that's what we need to do. So let's hope it's that, because that's what we've been doing. Oh dear. So I am between ceremonies at the moment, and I took the opportunity to get some groceries because this is the luxury of my life, and it just means that I wouldn't have to go out again tomorrow. It was one of those gaps between that it wasn't worth going home because I'd be home for 10 minutes and then have to turn around again, but it was long enough to nip to a supermarket and pick up some bits that we needed. So that is done. Onwards Take care. Hello lovely people, it's Friday, hope you're all well. It's a nice sunny day here, but the forecast is due to change. I think we're due snow at the weekend, which I'd really rather not, but it happens. It is February. Hope everyone's doing okay, hope the weather with you is not unkind. I know there are bushfires in Australia. Hoping everyone can stay safe. Yes, so Friday, another week over. Got a day at home writing up. I've got one Zoom call with a family and then a Zoom call with some friends, which would be great. Last night, Zoom with some other friends, which was lovely. I haven't seen some of them for a long time, so it was really nice just to catch up and just, you know, talk nonsense as we do with our friends. Now I'm wearing a new finished object. This is the Wave of Change sweater, designed by Denise Byron of Byron Handmade. And I will talk all about it in the month-end podcast, as usual, and talk about the yarn and the modifications I made, because of course I made modifications. It's what I do. But just to show you it, I'm calling it my Waves of Change on the beach, and when I stand up you'll see why, because of my colour choices. I think this needs dredging, but yes. So I'm very pleased with it. It did take a bit of rework for various reasons, but I will go through all of that. And this is some yarn that I bought on holiday a few years ago, so I'm really pleased to use it. It's a nice kind of souvenir sweater. And it didn't take long to make. The initial pattern is for bulky yarn. This is actually DK, although I think it's on the thicker side of DK. And I've done it at a loose-ish gauge and got gauge for the pattern, so job's a good one. Yes, so my latest FO. And it's been a nice knit to do, very simple, just keep going round and round, which is kind of what I've needed, because it has been very busy for work and it's been mentally quite tiring, not necessarily physically, but mentally quite tiring. So it's nice to have just really simple, not have to think about it too much, knitting to do, or crafting of any sort. I mean, this is knitted, it could have been anything. Yes, looks like I'm wearing a t-shirt over a lighter coloured top. Yeah, it's okay. So Friday, the 5th of February. Had a couple of family birthdays this week. Yes, himself is another year older. Bless him. Comes to us all. And the weekend, I've got work to do today, and I will be working tomorrow as well, because there's quite a bit to do. Hoping to catch up with some more friends electronically on Sunday. And apart from that, kind of same old, same old. It is... Next week I have fewer ceremonies than I've had for the last 2 weeks, so it is getting less busy, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully I'll be back to doing some spinning and other crafting things. But we will, you know, we do stuff as it comes in and we don't when it's not there, so that's the way it works. So my lovelies, you all take care. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your comments, your thoughts, your observations. Let me know how things are with you. COVID-wise, numbers seem to be going down. I mean, obviously it's still people getting COVID, but the rate is lowering. I think I just heard that 1 in 5 of the population, of the adult population, has had the vaccine. So that may well be helping those numbers. Lots of stuff going on. Fingers crossed it's all positive. And yeah, and hope that you're all okay and that you're keeping well and safe, and that if you want the vaccine you can have it, or you know, be on the list for it. And yeah, we just keep going on. Next week, got some ceremonies, got a dental appointment. I said last week I'd pulled a filling out. It's not painful at all. I think the nerve in that tooth hasn't been active for quite some time. So it hasn't been urgent, but obviously you don't want a situation to worsen. So seeing the dentist in the week on that. And yeah, just more of the same. So take care, everyone. Hope you have time to do the things that you enjoy and that you look after yourselves. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.